world where it's all about survival of the fittest, some stories, they're different. They're the kind that get whispered from one animal to another, and this is one of those stories. It's about a connection that, honestly, shouldn't have been possible.
So let's set the scene. Imagine a huge, ancient forest. The sun's just coming up, right? You've got these incredible beams of light slicing through the trees, a little bit of mist still hanging around. It's just gorgeous. But don't let that fool you. It's also a place full of danger. And it's right here, in this exact spot, that something amazing is about to happen. A friendship that's going to change everything.
Okay, so our story really kicks off with two very different characters. Think of them as being on opposite rungs of the ladder, you know? One's a king, the other's kind of like a court jester. Their lives look completely different on the outside, but deep down they're both dealing with the exact same thing. They're lonely.
First up, you've got Leo. He's the king. Big, powerful, majestic, the whole deal. And yeah, everyone's scared of him. A lot of them respect him, sure, but trust him, not a soul. And that's the thing about being at the top, right? It can be pretty lonely. And then you've got Miko. He's this tiny little monkey always zipping around, a bundle of energy. Everyone else sees him and thinks, wow, not a care in the world. But really, all that jumping around is just his way of trying to outrun how lonely he actually is.
And then, you know how these things go. Fate, or maybe just dumb luck, steps in. One slip, one little accident, a clumsy fall, and boom, Miko, our little joker, tumbles right down and lands inches away from Leo, the king himself.
Now, the rules of the jungle are pretty simple, right? We all know how this is supposed to go. The big guy wins, the little guy, well, doesn't. But what if, for just a second, someone decides to tear up that rule book? You could just feel it. The whole forest just holds its breath. Leo and Miko, they just lock eyes. And in that single moment, everything hangs in the balance. Is it going to be instinct, or is it going to be something else? And this is it. This is the moment that changes everything. Leo, the powerful king, goes against every single one of his instincts. He looks at Miko, sees how terrified he is, and instead of pouncing, he just turns and walks away. I mean, nobody saw that coming. It's this one act of kindness that just flips the entire script. And that one moment, that was the start of it all. It gave Miko the courage to take a little leap of faith, to get just a bit closer. And pretty soon, that caution turned into real shared fun. And as they spent more time together, that fun built something incredible. A trust so strong that it was bigger than fear, bigger than instinct. But let's be real. No great friendship story is that easy. There's always a test. And just when Leo and Miko are really finding comfort in each other, the real world, the dangerous world, comes knocking. Yeah, this perfect little world they've created for themselves, it's about to be shattered. Because hunters have come into the forest. And suddenly, there's this dark, heavy feeling everywhere. A kind of danger that's too big for either of them to handle on their own. And then it happens. In just a split second, it all goes wrong. The hunters set their traps, and poor Miko, he walks right into one. He's caught, and you can hear his terrified little cries echoing through the forest. And those cries reach Leo, the one animal in this whole place who doesn't see him as prey. He sees him as a friend. And Leo doesn't even think twice. He just goes. He's not charging in there like a king protecting his land. No, this is different. This is a friend saving his family. He puts it all on the line, fighting harder than he's ever fought. Not because he's strong, but because he loves his friend. So, the fight is over. The hunters are gone. But in that quiet, when the dust settles, something really powerful starts to sink in. Just picture it. Leo is hurt. He's lying on the ground, this mighty king, totally vulnerable. And right there next to him is Miko. He's safe, but he's crying. And it's not just because he was scared. It's because he's finally, truly understanding what just happened, what Leo did for him. Miko just looks at his friend, this huge, powerful lion, now lying there hurt, and it all clicks. He gets it. Real strength? It isn't about having the sharpest claws or the loudest roar. No way. True strength is being willing to risk it all for someone you care about. It's love. That's what real strength is. So, as Leo started to heal up, Miko never left his side, not for a second. And their story? It turned into something of a legend in the forest.
The other animals would watch them, and they didn't just see a scary king anymore. They saw something totally new, a friendship that had pretty much changed the rules for everyone.
And I think their story really leaves us with something powerful to think about, right? The friendships we make, the bonds we choose to build, they can totally change who we're supposed to be. It doesn't matter if you're a predator or prey, a king or a joker. None of that matters when you have a real friendship, one that starts with a little kindness and is built on love. That kind of connection, it really doesn't have any boundaries at all.